Today I'm going to be walking you through how to use the countdown timer feature on your Garmin Instinct Solar first generation watch. This watch lets you set up to 10 different countdown timers and save them, and then you'll always have a quick timer option as well. The way we're going to get to that is we're going to press and hold the bottom right button on the watch from the main watch face. This is going to take us into what's called our set menu. Once you're in here, you can use the up or down buttons on the left hand side of the watch. We need to go down until we see timers. When you first get it, or if you have no saved timers, this is what it should look like. You're going to see an option that says set quick timer. A quick timer is a timer that you use without saving it. I just want to go do a quick timer real quick. I'm going to press the GPS button to set a quick timer. It's going to drop you in on this, and we can adjust our values. So if I wanted to adjust my hours, I would press the back button. It says set hours. I could use the up or down button, and I could adjust my hour value. Once I've got my hours set, press GPS. I could do the same thing with minutes. Once I've got my minutes set, press GPS. I could adjust the seconds if I wanted to. So let's do a 1 minute and 50 second timer. If I press GPS, it takes me here. Now I've got some options I can do in my quick timer. You'll notice this little options, and there's an arrow up. If I press that up button, I have some additional options I can do. I can adjust the time that we just set if I wanted to. I could save it. At that point, it would no longer be a quick timer. It would be one of my 10 saved timers. I could choose whether or not I want the timer to automatically restart or not. It's set to off. What this means is when my minute and 10-second timer finishes, does it automatically kick it back off again, or does it just stop and wait for me to start it manually? You can simply toggle that on or off using the GPS button. And then we've got some sound options in here. Under sounds, you've got a couple different things. Tone would mean it's going to beep, it's not going to vibrate. Vibration would mean it's going to vibrate, it's not going to beep. Tone and vibrate means it's going to beep and vibrate. And none would mean it's going to be a silent alarm. No vibration, no beeping. You would just see it on the watch face, and that is it. So set it to whatever value you want. And now we've got our quick timer. I'm going to press the back button, and I'm going to simply press the GPS button to start it. You'll notice you've got your current time displayed up at the top. You've got this graph that is a visualization of how much longer do you have in your timer. The minute is my current timer value, and then the bottom is what was my starting value for this timer. I could press the GPS button to pause it. If I needed to go back to the options, I could press the up button to go back to the options we just looked at. I can resume it. If I needed to restart it at any point, I could press the bottom left button to restart it. So let's say I'm done. I'm totally done with my timer. I'm going to press the back button, and you'll notice that all it shows is set quick timers. Everything we just did is gone. That's your quick timer option. What if you wanted to actually save it though, so you don't have to go back through it? When we go back into set quick timer, it's going to remember everything we just had. The options that we just set, they're all still the same. So it does remember those values for your quick timer, but I'm going to go now and I'm going to save it. You'll notice everything looks great. When I press the back button now, we have our quick timer option, and now we have a save timer of 1 minute and 50 seconds. If I wanted to add an additional timer, I could go down to the bottom and I could build a whole other timer doing the exact same thing we did. This time, let's do a 5-minute timer. And this one, I could set totally different options. So for example, the auto restart, I want to turn it on for this timer. And the sounds, whereas before I did vibration and tone, I'm going to set this one to none. And press back. And now I've got a second timer that's set. I should mention you do not have to stay in the timer mode. I could press the back button. It takes me back to my timers. I can actually have, let me show you that real quick. I can have multiple timers going at once. So if I wanted to go and kick this one off, now I've got this timer going and this timer at the bottom going. If I press back again, it takes me back to the set menu where I can go look at other things like stopwatch, set time with GPS, and then there's a glimpse at my timers. Press back again. I'm back in my main watch face. I can go to the barometer, altimeter, whatever. My timers are still running in the background, and when they're done, they're going to tell me by whatever value I set in that time display. I'm going to go ahead and go back into my timers, and I'm going to stop them. So this one we're going to stop. This one we're going to stop. And again, I could reset them back to my defaults if I want, or I could leave them there where I could see what was the value before. Again, I could go add additional timers. I've got 2 of them that I've saved. I've got 8 more that I could save here. What if you wanted to delete one of these? You could just go and edit it, but maybe I say, look, I don't want this timer. I could press the GPS button, go into the given timer, press the up button again in my options, and the last option is going to be delete. And I can simply delete that timer. Now the only timer I have saved is the original one that we built, and then you always have that option to go just do a quick timer and not save it if you want to. Quick timer will always be a value. Even if you have 10 saved ones, you can always go do a quick timer. Pretty simple stuff. Once you're totally done, you go back to your main watch face using the back button, and that's a look at how you can use the countdown timer function on the Garmin Instinct Solar. If you have the 2nd generation or later Instinct Solar, you could do the same thing we just did, but you could also do it on the Garmin Connect app and sync it to your watch. This generation, it's all done on the watch. If the video helped, likes are always appreciated. Thanks for watching.